In this instance, before the NDC came to power, there was a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the Chief Justice. And it's been covered with procedure. And the Chief Justice has been ousted. There's a pre-advertised agenda to get rid of the EC Commissioner and her deputies. It is being rolled out, petitions, and then they will say, oh, it's procedure, it's procedure. We are telling you, if you still don't believe it, that there's a pre-advertised agenda to ensure that there's an overwhelming majority in this chamber for the purposes of constitutional amendments. It is coming. And what we can do is to stand on our feet and to draw Mr. Speaker's attention that he should not buckle to any pressure that is being put on him to declare the seat vacant, because he has already made that ruling. No amount of pressure should be brought on him.
Finally, as a caucus, you have made your point clear through your minority chief whip that this particular letter should be withdrawn. Now, per practice, we know that once you make that submission, we should hear from the other side of the house. In this case, you are opposed to hearing from the majority. We do not know what exactly he's going to say. Why don't you just give him a fair hearing so that we know the way forward?
Procedure is being used to perpetrate injustice in this country. So what they are seeking to do is to cool down the temperature and normalize it with a long discussion and then tell us that we can go to court if we don't like it. We need to let people understand that this is a political chamber. And all the tools of the trade are available to us in this political chamber. Now, if injustice is being perpetrated of this nature, we will withdraw cooperation. So what we have done is to withdraw cooperation. And prior to this, we have been cooperating. Every single report that comes, we support. We are working towards appropriation on the 19th. There's no business that we haven't supported. And we are minded to support the government business to go on. But now that they have elected to put a spanner in their own works by trying to use instruments of state to snatch this seat from us, we are left with no choice than to suspend cooperation. We have a lot of respect for Mr. Speaker. We wish we didn't have to do this, but they are leaving us with no choice than to withdraw cooperation. Look at how today business is suffered. All of those who've done hours of research and want to contribute to national development and to discussion, they have to shelve all of that because they have elected, contrary to Mr. Speaker's ruling, they have elected to now put a spanner in the works. And my brother, if you push a man to the wall, you will see sides of him that are untidy. So it is in their hands, it is in their bosom to give that clear indication that that letter flying on social media does not even need to be withdrawn, and that indeed that letter or that letter is fake, doesn't have any grounding. No amount of procedural maneuvering that this is the procedure is going to change our mind. We have been clear. If you look at the energy from the backbenches, even when we are trying to tell them that, calm down, very clear that what is going to happen is that that assurance is required, else there will be no cooperation. It's unfortunate, but this is where we are.
But last from me, I've seen the member himself on social media indicate that he's confident of a victory after all of this. One would ask that if your side is this confident, why not just allow the process to go on for a rerun? Then you surely would win the seat back, if that's the case.
He's speaking in his personal capacity. I'm telling you the view of the caucus. You've seen up here in the gallery the acting national chairman of the New Patriotic Party, Chairman Bute, up here in the gallery. There's a clear party position, there's a clear caucus position. I hear the member of parliament express his personal view, but the position of the party, the position of the caucus supersedes that. The cooperation will not be extended for as long as Mr. Speaker is being pressurized to renege on his earlier ruling. That ruling sits with precedent. And as long as he's being pressurized, then we are afraid that he's now acquiescing to that pressure. Because what he told our leadership 2 days ago is not what we are seeing flying on social media. And there are efforts now to maneuver and say, let's go by procedure, let's hear from this side. It's unfortunate. But our caucus has been clear that cooperation will be withdrawn until that assurance is given that that letter is not genuine and that the Honorable Matthew Nyindam remains Member of Parliament for Kpandai. Let the courts go through the process of determining. The political chamber should not be inserted to be an interlocutor in this matter and attempt to snatch that seat for the purposes of getting some numbers to advance some constitutional amendments. And that is why we've had to take this position.